Prime Minister went on the ABC this morning and boasted that 2025 was a year of delivery. And I guess it was. Whether you liked what was delivered, well, that was probably a different matter.
Yeah, Anthony Albanese promised his focus during the year ahead would be well and truly on the economy. And I don't think anyone would disagree that it could do with, well, a little bit of focus.
So the priority for the start of 2026, finally?
Is always the economy. Is always the economy, making sure that we continue to see. We've had 8 consecutive quarters of real wage growth. We think that's a good thing. We want to make sure that people continue to earn more and keep more of what they earn. We'll have the tax cuts kicking in July next year and the following July.
Well, it's good to hear the Prime Minister's going to focus on the economy because, as you rightly said there, it could do with a little bit of focus. You mentioned the tax cuts. I think that's worth to the average taxpayer about $50 a week, which will quickly be swallowed up by your energy bill, by the rising cost of groceries. If he's going to focus on the economy, there's 2 things he's got to address. He's got to address government spending, because it keeps going up despite their protestations that they're trying to keep interest rates down. And, of course, the other problem they've got is the growth of the public service. It's almost 1 in 5 Australians now, whether at federal, state or local level, is employed by the public sector. That is not sustainable. It's not good for productivity. So, sure, he's going to focus on the economy, but has he really got the backbone to make the tough decisions that such a focus would require?
Well, I don't know how he can come out today and say it with such a straight face. It's like, look at me. I'm going to focus on the economy next year. Well, I mean, Anthony Albanese, you've been there for a couple of years now. A bit of retrospective, a look back would have been good at thinking, you know what, maybe I could have looked after the economy better in the last few years. And that's also a memo for Jim Chalmers. But let's talk about their record. Government spending has reached 27% of GDP, 27%. And Jim Chalmers has presided over the biggest ramp up in government spending in 40 years. This is outside of the pandemic. And we know it's having an impact on the Reserve Bank. Obviously, it's not been convinced for the last few months.
They've been warning for the last 12 months the government need to rein spending in.
They have, and they have hesitated to actually cut rates in the past 12 months because of government spending. And it has put upwards pressure on interest rates. And this is frightening, this statistic. More than half of all voters now rely on the government. So this could be through subsidies, through welfare, through public sector wages. And that's a socialist government, basically. So that's a worry as well. And the only thing, of course, propping up our Ponzi scheme economy is immigration. So it's all well and good for the Prime Minister to come out and say, oh, well, it's all right. We're focusing on the economy. We haven't had a recession. Well, it's because we've had 1.2 million migrants being let into this country. And that is the only thing. And, of course, that's also had an impact on inflation as well. The public service you mentioned, that's ballooned out. Debt set to reach more than $1 trillion. So, you know, Anthony Albanese's excited about the economic future of this country. Well, his track record, James, would prove otherwise.
You mentioned the debt. We'll talk to Aaron Patrick about that a little later in the show because that is a major problem for the government. Do you really trust this government to be able to address the economy? You've got Anthony Albanese, who's not exactly known for his ability to get the details right. You've got a treasurer whose greatest qualification is essentially a love note to Paul Keating, which he described as a doctorate thesis. And you've got a caucus who are doing their best work when creating memes for social media. These are the group of people we're relying upon to get this economy under control. I think we're in for a bumpy couple of years.
And the other thing is why would anybody want to go into business right now in this country?
Well, you wouldn't.
In these economic conditions. Not only have you got energy bills going through the roof, you've got IR, you've got unions with their finger in every single pie. So right now it's actually not a very attractive economy to do business or in general for everyday Aussies. So let's see what the Prime Minister comes up with for his big outlook for 2026.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh, me too. Ready to go.